one of our most received questions is, how do I attach a leader to my braid? And, you know, we've all heard of the FG knot, and we've seen all kinds of pros posting videos of tying the FG knot, and, you know, there's back-to-back unis. There's a lot of good options out there. But I'm going to show you a knot that's known as the Alberto knot, and we like to call it the Crazy Alberto knot. The way we learned it was from a good friend of ours in the industry from St. Croix Rods, Dave Cully. And he was good friends with Alberto Nye, Crazy Alberto. So we call it the Crazy Alberto. So always remember this. Start with your leader. In this case, we have a 20-pound fluorocarbon. We're going to double. Okay, so you always double. And do yourself a favor. Give yourself enough line. You know, the hardest part of this knot is manipulating the line. So if you shorten up your tag end and you're fighting with that, you're beat from the get-go. Now over here we have a 30-pound braid. This is a Power Pro, probably our favorite, most used braid. Is just old school 4-carrier Power Pro. So we have our line doubled, which forms a loop. We have our braid. It's pretty simple. Bring it up through. Now what I like to do here, again, give myself enough line to work with, but I like to pinch that loop and that knot together there. Now I have something to pull against. So now I'm gonna tension these two ends. Okay, now I'm kind of tensioned up, and it's just a matter of manipulating with the fingers on your right hand and the fingers on your left hand. And I'll usually give myself about 6 or 7 wraps, and I stack them. Okay, the reason I stack them up is it's going to help the knot form in a thin profile. Now I need to wrap back down over top of those wraps. And the way I always say it is 6 up, 6 down, 7 up, 7 down, whatever the case may be. Okay, now I let go, I hold my knot together here, and you can see my original loop, which was formed by doubling my leader. You can see my braid coming up through. I wrapped, and I just want to follow that back down through there. Okay? I just follow that back down through. Now, here's the most important thing when you're knot tying, especially with fluorocarbon, is moisten your line. Moisten your line, pull your double ends here, your double ends here, then drop to your main strands. Cinch it. On 12-pound and over leader, you need to add 2 half hitches on the braid to lock the knot. 10-pound and under leader, you do not have to do this. So here's what I mean by this half hitch. I'm going to take my braid. I'm going to just wrap around it. And I'm just going to take that, cinch that half hitch, one more time, cinch that half hitch. Now, my knot is locked, and remember, 12-pound leader or higher, you lock it, okay? 12-pound leader or higher. Trim that off. My scissors are a little dull. And I trim this off, and I want you to notice, particularly on my leader side of this, I trim flush. You know, again, on these heavier test leaders, that little trim is real stiff. And that, my good friends, is the Crazy Alberto. And let me tell you something about this knot. It will never fail. Ever. Thanks for watching this tip from SFTtackle.com. And as always, feel free to contact us with any questions you may have.